It is my great honor and privilege to announce that the next General Director of the Canadian Opera Company will be Perryn Leech. And Perryn, we couldn't be more delighted.
I've always regarded an interview process as being a two-way street. The first interview, of course, is very much like, episode 1 of a new series, and you're learning the characters, you're finding out the relationships a little bit, and they're finding out a little bit about you, but you're not really necessarily revealing much of yourself. But as the process went on, I met the staff were extraordinary. I mean, I like to trust my gut of people, and my gut of staff who were there was extraordinarily strong.
Perryn is such a direct person. I think what struck me was the way that he looked us in the eye, he spoke from his heart, and we had every subsequent interview. I just felt very comfortable with him.
Every time I pushed a little bit harder and talked a little bit more, questions that were coming back to me were the questions that I would want to be asked as we start to formulate strategic planning moving forward.
The thing that came through most was his expertise. He is immensely knowledgeable about all facets of the opera business. So not just artistic, not just production, not just ticket sales, everything.
He worked his way up. He was a lighting guy. He was backstage. He worked his way up through various organizations, so he knows the opera world.
I've known Perryn as a person for, I want to say, almost 15 years. And the COC has collaborated with the Houston Grand Opera many, many times during my tenure. So you have someone who comes in to lead the company who knows us well, but who's also a really accomplished professional in his field. And I think those two elements together make for a very strong appointment.
I knew that it was a job that, should the opportunity arise, that I was going to walk over hot coals to get to.
His enthusiasm, his energy, and his vast experience in the industry. He's run the Houston Grand Opera for 9 years, I believe.
Prior to that, he was at Welsh National Opera in the UK. Then before that, he was at the English National Opera. So he's very familiar with a wide swathe of artists, directors, conductors.
The person we picked was leading an opera company that was hit by a hurricane.
We're out of the venue. We're totally assessing what's happened in the venue in terms of the water egress. And we're here with everybody else in Houston, just trying to do the very best we can to help each other.
And led them out of it, found them a new venue to perform in, and has become a fixture and a main player in the community in which he's involved in.
I think that it's so important for the arts not to be seen as this thing that sits aside for only a few people. Absolutely, the arts is for everybody. An opera company is there to serve an entire city. The arts has to be woven through the fabric of the city. People have to understand and welcome the access to the arts of all sorts, from individual artists doing a little bit of busking on a street corner, all the way up to landmark institutional organisations like Canadian Opera Company. Hello Canada, I'm absolutely thrilled to be the next General Director of the Canadian Opera Company. I cannot wait to get started.